Stuck out to me most during this play was actually the setting and the costume design for all the characters. Right away, it seems almost barren, and all the costumes that all the characters are wearing sort of give off like a homeless vibe, a we don't have a lot of money vibe, which is kind of the thing they were trying to do throughout the whole play. And that kind of leads into one of the main things about the play, which is the homelessness crisis and the idea behind that. Obviously, one of the big things was that Maureen was planning to try to protest the homelessness. That was a big part of the first part of the play, as well as the characters. I mean, it's called Rent because they need to get rent to not be homeless. Kind of goes to show the tough times that were going on for these characters specifically in New York as a whole. And the other big idea was the idea of depression that kind of mixed in with sickness, especially AIDS, obviously, throughout it. So Roger's girlfriend killed herself. They mentioned very casually, actually. And Roger had a tough time dealing with that, not only because he has AIDS, but also because, I mean, he lost his girlfriend. So he didn't want to go out to see any plays or anything until Mimi ends up coming and talking to him. And there was also like AIDS support groups within the play showcasing that it's a tough thing and that mental health is difficult. You got to bring people together to help get through something sort of as difficult as that. And speaking of Mimi, it was the first time I was kind of confused during the play of the light my candle imagery that she was trying to say. So I looked that up, and it actually contains a melody from the play La Boheme's song Che Galita Monina, which I realized that the play is really based heavily off that. It's just that play was based in the 1890s. In Europe, or this one, and they had tuberculosis, I think. But this one's different. And I looked at that song, and it said, I translated, and it's describing how someone lives in the moment. There's a line that says, I have a millionaire soul. That kind of goes to show that this is where Roger's going. So that kind of leads into question 5 as well. It kind of sets Roger up that right now he's sad, depressed, but it's setting him up for success where he can be happy. And the fact that now is not, it's a sad song and it's a sad time for Roger, but going forward, it kind of foreshadows throughout the rest of it his slow relationship building with Mimi, where eventually at the end they can be happy together, obviously with a big bump within their road, especially with the drug addiction throughout it. But I thought it was really interesting that the imagery and the symbolism that this song really had for the play and with everyone in it. And also a big theme within the play is sexuality, of course. I mean, right away, Mark's girlfriend, you find out, left him for another woman, showcasing that there is an LGBTQ community within the play. You also get to see Angel. He's a cross-dressing street performer who is initially not shown in drag, kind of showcasing that they're people as well, but who eventually dies and is a big, big part of the play, bringing everyone back together, showcasing the importance of sexuality, exploration, that sort of thing. And the questions I have is, how would the change have played if Angel never died? Would they have gotten back together? And what is the importance of having the characters ignore the voicemails, especially from their parents all the time? If that meant something specifically for any of you guys out there. Thank you.